Just wanted to just check before I go ahead. Just want to make sure I got this right. Is that correct? Yeah. Welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. We have a broadcast about what's going on around the world. We're focusing on South Africa to just now, but we might go segue into other parts of Africa in the discussion. South Africans, take back your land. Okay, so that's what we're saying. South Africans. Okay. Okay, so greetings and welcome. Welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. It's a pleasure to have you join us. Thank you, and thank you. For those of you joining us, please, as you're coming in, I would like you to go and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. It's a pleasure to have you join us. Tap on the screen and share and reach more people. We will do more and more stuff as we're going along. There's a lot we need to do right now. There's a lot that we need to do. We need to really build as we are going along. There is so much that we have to touch base on. It has been somewhat, pushed to one side, but as you're coming in, tap on the screen, help us. Welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. It is important that we begin to do this work. We have to continue what we're doing in raising awareness in our communities and speaking truth to power. So, Sobakam, greetings, hi. Hi to everybody coming in. As you are coming in, please go and tap on the screen, tap and share, tap, tap, tap. And those of you on YouTube, greetings and welcome. Welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak to the power. We'd like you to go ahead and subscribe to our platform. As you're coming in, give us a thumbs up on YouTube. Help us grow the platform. We do need your support. It is really, really important that we grow this platform. There's a lot of work to do. The broadcast today says, South Africans, take back your land. And I kid you not, that must be your focus. And also, we might be sharing one or two pronouncements from Julius Malema. Now, like I said, I don't agree with 100% what Julius Malema said. I don't agree with Julius Malema on the AES because he seems to think that democracy, the Western democracy is the only way. But when he talks about South Africa, I absolutely agree with Julius Malema and on the fact that South Africans, the government of South Africa are the ones who are pushing the narrative that is fueling the immigration crisis going on in South Africa. And above all, I want us all to really know, we have to understand and know that what is going on. Greetings and welcome those of you on YouTube. As you're coming in, don't forget to give us the thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up on YouTube as you're coming in. This will help the algorithm. There is a lot of work we need to do. And the reason why I say that is because this book right here, we need help with this book right here that is going to be used in Yoruba communities in Nigeria to help get people to know their rights in their local language. So having the YouTube platform, Citizen AY platform, with a lot more people would mean that we're able to self-fund the printing of these documents to provide for our communities on ground in Nigeria. For the southwestern part of Nigeria, we'll be able to provide this. Wakad South Africa back our land. Yes, exactly. Absolutely. Let me take it. I'll pin that up. You must take back your land from the colonials. Now, the immigrants don't have your land. It is important to say that. The immigrants are not the one holding your land. And if I'm going to just quickly do something here. Those of you listening, as you're coming in, tap on the screen and share and help us grow the platform. You are, of course, listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. It's a pleasure having you join us. And what we want to do is we want to try and make this a regular occurrence. I'll be coming live as much as possible, but please take a minute. Those of you on YouTube right now, go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. I don't know what TikTok are doing. 1 minute I am talking and everything else, and my broadcast is going okay. Next minute I am being shadow banned. Next minute my broadcast cannot be posted. Next minute nobody can gift me on TikTok. So I don't rely on, I'm not relying on, I don't want us to rely on TikTok. Those of you that are over 43,000 followers that we have on TikTok, I am really grateful for your support. The best way you can help me right now is to go to my YouTube channel, which you see on the screen, which I will be seeing on the screen shortly. I'll just bring it up shortly. And I just want you to go there and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. And those of you on YouTube, as you are watching me, I'd really be grateful. There's 18 of you watching me right now. I'm really grateful for that support. Can you do me a favor? Give us the thumbs up. The thumbs up is very, very important because we need to help the algorithm so that when we're doing the broadcast, we can reach a lot more people. So that is the role that you have. You have a very vital role to play, those of you who are on YouTube and those of you who are on TikTok as well. You can help this platform by sharing our broadcast, going right there to the platform and subscribing to Citizen AY on YouTube. It is really that simple, and that would help because what we want to do is we want to self-finance and get this documentation. We want to self-finance and produce this ourselves and hand it to our communities, community by community, in their local language. So your support is immensely, immensely important. So please subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up as you're watching. Help us reach more people. I'm just going to quickly show you what is going on the YouTube. I just wanted to just get that up so that you can see that we are live there, and we can go on and I'll make a few comments on there. So I just want to make a quick comment on the YouTube so that people, thank you. Yes, we've got 1 thumbs up.
Hey man, what's the best advice you can give someone that's in sales?
We've got thumbs up. We've got thumbs up, 1 thumbs up in YouTube. We need more thumbs up because the more thumbs up we get, the more the algorithm recognizes that there is an activity, there's activity going on our platform, and they'll be pushing it ahead. They'll be pushing it onto more people so we can get yet more people to come on. And of course, those of you who are on TikTok, we want you to, that's 2 thumbs up now. Great, fantastic. Please give it, we need 2 thumbs up. That was, oh, somebody just changed their mind, but please do give us continue to give us a thumbs up so there's more and more people joining, and we appreciate that. So please yeah, so please let us continue to share. Yeah, that's 2 thumbs up we see now. Thank you very much. We really are very grateful for that. So let me just quickly make a comment on there. I'm going to just quickly greetings all. Please subscribe, like, greetings all. Please, let me just make sure I put it there. Please like, please subscribe. So that's the first thing I want you to do as you're coming in. Like, okay, and share. Okay, so those are the things that we need you to do. Subscribe, share, also hit notification button so that when I come live next time, you automatically join me. Hit the notification button. That way, when I come live, you will see me come on, and then we can then really crack on with the work we're doing. Please, we welcome gifts and super chats as well. Notification button. Thanks. So you can see I'm multitasking if you like. So I think we got that now. I think it's there. So you should be able to see that at the end now. I hope it works. Where is it gone? Just give me a minute. It's there. So welcome and good afternoon to you all. It is a pleasure. Yep, there we go. Got it. Got it. So pin. So somebody says here, hope Lord will be, I'm not quite sure what was that. Hope Lord will be with you forever. Our ancestors are with us. Eledumare is with us. We have no doubt. So yes, Yeah, we thank you for all your good wishes and we want people to join us. Let us continue to grow this platform. You are, of course, listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. So we've pinned that document there. I'm going to try and share that. So those of you watching, you can also go ahead and share to 10 people as you're watching now. I'm going to be doing that myself now. I'm going to try and share this right now to 10 platforms because I want to reach as many people as possible and as wide an audience as possible, because it's important what we're trying to do here. We're trying to really get this information out there, and we want South Africans to understand their history. I'm afraid, because again, this is what I found a common thread in Africa. Many of us don't know our history. We don't know what they've done, the colonials in our land. We're always being told something new instead, whereas we need to put all of it together and begin to understand that, whoa, there is a lot more to this than just what they've told us. And anytime the system is always trying to control what we think by feeding us information that makes us not think of the things they have done in the past that they are still benefiting from. It is important we understand that. So it behoves you and me, those of us who are in the know. I'm speaking directly to South Africans who, Black South Africans specifically, who know the history. You need to share this history in your local language, just like I am doing about the Constitution of Nigeria. In Nigeria, a lot of people don't know that they have these rights that are in the Constitution because it's written in English. Now, because I've now put it in my local language, the people are now beginning to understand and they want more information. More and more people are asking me for this information to get to their community. So I would like you to please help me by actually subscribing to Citizen AY on YouTube. By just subscribing to Citizen AY on YouTube, you will be making a big difference in the lives of millions, because that means the millions would have this information in their local language, in their dialect, so that they can be able to now participate in their own governance and begin to hold their governance to account. You see, the colonials have built a structure where the people will only get information in the colonial language, which means that the colonials have control on ground. Now, when we, the people, now have the same information in our local language, our people can participate in their governance without having to speak a colonial language. You see, we are removing all of the structures of the colonials. We have to remove it so that the people can take back control on their land. So your role in sharing our broadcast is very, very important. So welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Do share the broadcast to reach more people. Let it go as far as possible, as far as wide, because we need to reach a lot of people with this information. It is a very, very important information that we're sharing, and we're trying to educate ourselves with as much information so that we can begin to take concrete action, as Africans, using our language. You see, once we start speaking in our language, we're taking control of that situation and we are deciding our own very, very own future. So those of you watching, we welcome super chats and gifts as you're watching the broadcast. Share, and share. And don't forget, share to 10 people. If you can share to 10 people, that's very much appreciated, because it means that we are reaching more audience with your support, and it means that we can get this information out there. Okay, so what we are doing is really trying to educate ourselves. Now, let us quickly look at this information. I'll share as I go along. So here we go. Without doing anything already, I haven't said anything else, and my gifting has been suspended on TikTok. I kid you not. I'm going to take a picture of it because I don't want people to think I'm just making this up. And I will share it. Oh, I can't do it on this one. Okay, I can't do it right now. But anyway, I will see if I can take a picture on the screen somehow. I'm not quite sure how to do it. Can I do it this way? No, I can't. Okay. But anyway, I'm going to appeal. I've not said anything, but TikTok are blocking me, and they're just making it difficult for me to have audience stay with me. And I don't know. All I'm doing is speaking truth to power. But we're not going to be, we're not going to. No, I've not broken any rules. Only speaking truth to power. Yeah. Only speaking truth to power. With no abusive language. No abusive language. Yeah, I'm just writing back to them because this is I've been getting this now. Every time I go on TikTok, this is what I've been getting. In fact, with the people who are watching me now is down to 0 on TikTok because, in their opinion, I am breaking a rule. And what rule it is I'm breaking, they're not telling me because all they're doing is just making an excuse and saying I'm suspended from gifting and all of this stuff. So please share, help us grow the platform. You're listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Like I said, the message is for South Africans. Take back your land. And when I say take back your land, I mean take back your land from the colonizers, because 72% of your farmland is still in the hands of those who colonized you. Now, they might say to you that they are South Africans, but they are not South Africans in the same way. They are South Africans who are oppressing the black South Africans in their own continent. So nothing has changed. So from the time that they were initially settlers, they owned the land. And now that they are now what they call white South Africans, they still own the land. So tell me what has changed. Nothing has changed. Thank you for the thumbs up. Continue as those of you on YouTube, as you're coming in, give us the thumbs up. Help us reach more people. So nothing has changed. So it is really important. And those of you, fellow South Africans that are speaking English, we need you to share this message within your community. And Julius Malema has said it. He said the federal government, the government of South Africa are using immigration as a political tool to get votes. That is all they're doing. They're not really interested in helping the black South Africans. And now let me give you some stats. And I'll start off with what Cecil Rhodes said in 1897. And you can see it on the screen, those of you who are on my YouTube channel. Those of you on TikTok, as you're watching, please go and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube, because YouTube are playing. Chikakati, greetings. Oh, I didn't see you there. Let me bring you on. Chikakati, I have not been, they've not approved my appeal, but it doesn't matter. Chika, greetings. It's a pleasure having you join us. Let me see if I can bring you on. Yeah, thank you. Let me say hi. We need to catch up. I'm going to bring you on. We can talk for a few minutes. Even if it's for a few minutes, it's always a pleasure to have Chikakati join us. She is such a fantastic TikToker. Greetings. It's a pleasure to have you joining us. How are you doing? How have you been?
Citizen AY. I just followed you on YouTube now.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, I just followed you on YouTube.
Yeah. TikTok are playing up. They're messing up with my platform so bad.
Well, not all the platform. You know, on TikTok, you can post this your live. Maybe you try it for 1 month.
Okay.
See if you can.
Okay, I will try it.
And they said it's about 9,000 something.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you can post. They want you to be boosted. They want you to be paid, but me, I'm not paying.
Yes, so
because I'm not getting any money.
There you go. There you go. That is it. I'm not gonna. I just want to get the information out. You know.
Yes, everything is every platform is like they censor those. No, people that are following you are not seeing you when you come out.
Exactly.
And you know the way we talk, it's not. They don't want people that talk like us. Like
no. They can't stand us speaking truth to power.
Yes.
It affects their algorithm somehow. I wonder why.
Yeah, they don't, you know, they want the word to remain for Mumu now.
Yes. No. We don't want that one. No, we know, we know, not make the carry that one come up. We don't want that. We don't want that more.
Yes.
At all.
We don't open eye now.
Yeah, I don't open well.
They don't open.
They don't feel bobo like before. They don't feel tell us say up now, down now, up. We don't. Yes. I don't clear.
It's well.
Yes, it's a pleasure. We to talk.
I followed you on YouTube.
Okay, so. and I will also. I used also on YouTube because I'll follow you back as well.
Yes, I'm on YouTube now. Chikakati TV.
Okay, I will follow you. I think I'm following you already, but I will check it anyway. Thank you so much.
3 words.
Okay, Chikakati TV.
Chika, 1 word. Kati, 2 word TV.
Okay,
3 words.
fantastic. I will do so. It's a pleasure.
Thank you, man.
Thank you so much, and thank you for coming up, and thank you for giving us some advice. And we have to catch up behind the scenes. And I will, so I'll be in touch with you. I'll inbox you. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. Bye now. Bye. Okay, so that's Kati. That's Kati right there, a great friend. She's a great TikToker. She has over 800,000 followers, and is someone I've known even before TikTok. So I'm really grateful that she's joining. She's subscribed to the YouTube channel. Please, you go right ahead. Those of you on TikTok, just type in Citizen AY, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. The work we need to do is this. This is the work we need to do. Right now, my people are under serious attack, but I will do that as a separate program. I might do it after this broadcast, but I want to focus on South Africa right now. But in the meantime, can you just go and subscribe to my channel, Citizen AY on YouTube right now? And as you're coming in, give us the thumbs up. The more you subscribe, the more the platform grows. And also, when you give us a thumbs up, the algorithm shares the broadcast with more people. So please go ahead to Citizen AY on YouTube and subscribe, hit notification button, give us thumbs up. It's a pleasure having you join us. Okay, now let's go ahead. Now, let us go back. We got to go all the way back. I'm talking about South Africans. Please share this broadcast. If you know of South Africans, share this broadcast with them because they need to have this information. The last time, one of the last times, a few days ago when I did the broadcast, I told you about Cecil Rhodes' view. Now remember, I keep telling you that Cecil Rhodes was born in Bishop Stortford in England. So he is an Englishman. He is not South African. He wasn't born in South Africa. His ancestry is in Europe. He has nothing to do with South Africa. In fact, the name South Africa is the name they created. Africans did not create the name South Africa. We have Zulus, we have Nkosas, we have different people. They have not come up with that name South Africa. They carved up that area. After he lost Rhodesia, because he named a whole place after himself. Let me show you that. He named a place, I think it's what we call Zimbabwe now, if I'm correct. So let me give you that, because it's important to give you that context as we are speaking about this. And please do help us grow the platform. We do need your support. Let me just make sure I get that out. So Rhodesia, what country was called Rhodesia? What country? I'm just going to try and country was called Rhodesia. Yeah, let me just see what is going on here. Keep in mind, he comes from Bishop Stortford in United Kingdom, Zimbabwe, exactly. So he named a place. He named Rhodesia was named after a man that was born in Bishop Stortford, United Kingdom. So I'm just showing you the background of this guy so that you understand what is being said. No. I'm just going to try and show you what was happening. Yeah. So, and it was a British protectorate. So it's important to understand. You see, a lot of people don't understand that when you say Rhodesia, this was a construct of the British colonialism. And it's important that we speak about this because a lot of people didn't think, oh, Rhodesia, they don't connect what is going on with what actually happened. And I think it is important that we do so, that we understand what was going on. So he was in control of Rhodesia. Let us see how Rhodesia came about. English, de facto. You see, other languages, Shona, Ndebele. So, but they made English. In Nigeria, for example, English is the main language, but they are not, the English were not part of, the English are in Europe. So why are they telling us what language to speak on the African continent? you begin to understand that, listen, I have nothing against Englishman speaking the English language on the English in England, because that's where they come from, and I wouldn't want anything against it. But I have a problem when an Englishman is going all the way to Nigeria, to Yoruba land, to Benin Kingdom, to South Africa, to all Africa, all over Africa, more than half of Africa, and telling us that our main language has to be their language. That is colonization right there. And this is what we are fighting. But like I said, the Zimbabwe was created by the British, and they simply used Rhodesia as a cover. Rhodesia, you see, was an unrecognized state in Southern Africa that existed from 1965 to 1979. Rhodesia was the de facto successor to the colony of Southern Rhodesia. It was called Southern Rhodesia. You see that? So that was created following its unilateral declaration of independence from United Kingdom in 1965. So they carved it up and they named it. The people of Zimbabwe had no say in the name that they were given by the British colonials. It is important that we state in this. It is not about hate. It's about understanding what happened, who did what, when, where, how, and importantly, why. Why? We have got to get into the mindset as African to start questioning everything that we have ever been taught. You have to question, from religion to history to education to science to finance to to buildings. Everything that we have ever been taught, you need to do your research, and that is why I'm saying what I'm saying. So Cecil Rhodes was made, they named, Rhodesia. It was called Southern Africa. Then it was named Rhodesia from 1965 to 1979. And the interesting thing about that, it was named Rhodesia long after Cecil Rhodes passed away. Think I'm not telling the truth? Let us go and look at this. I want you to go and let me look at this. So let me just put it up. I want to see when he died, and they named Rhodesia after Cecil Rhodes died. Let's go. Many people won't know that, but we need to know these kind of things. If we don't start questioning things, we are going to be making the wrong. So he died when? 1902. Okay, so let's go back to what they did. They named Southern South Africa as Rhodesia in when? Let me go and look at that if I can find it for you. Okay, I'll go back. I'm going to go back. I just want to go. So we're going to go back. I'll do that next time. Where is it now? So where is it? I'm trying to just show you. So Rhodesia. Let's just do this now. Rhodesia. Okay, Rhodesia. So it was initially Southern. So yeah, there we go. So you can see now that Cecil Rhodes himself passed away in 1902 or 1905, thereabouts. And they named Southern Africa, the organized state in Southern Africa. It was named Rhodes, Rhodesia, by the British government. It is so. Is it low? Is it low? Can you hear me now? Sorry. I wonder why it's being brought down low. Can you hear me? Type yes if you can hear me. Can anybody hear me? I've put it on full pelt. Can you hear me? Is it better now? Thank you for letting me know. Okay. Ali Bauri. Is my voice better now? Type yes if you can, so I know. Those of you on YouTube, I think you can hear me. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for that. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. So let me just put it this way. Thanks. Okay. As you're coming in, please do tap and share the broadcast. I know that TikTok are making things difficult for me. They're trying to, I don't know, they're sanctioning what we're doing. That's why I'm saying, those of you on TikTok, please go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And of course, follow us on Facebook as well. Give us a follow on Facebook, on an Instagram, on Xspace, on Substack as well. we really do appreciate your support. So now, so we're saying that, let me go back into that again. So I'm going to just show you Rhodesia. So we now know, like I stated, we know that Rhodesia was named from 1965 to 1979. This was long after Rhodes himself passed away. And I'm saying this so that you understand, we know what is happening. Of course, Rhodesia is now what is now known as Zimbabwe. Okay? So now, that's the connection. Now, let me go. I just want to give you a bit of background. I'll probably come and do a program on that on its own. But let us look at some facts, some stats. Now, Rhodes back in 1879, he had the Land Reform Act. The Land Reform Act. And we need to be sharing this. Those of you watching us on YouTube, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, help us, help the algorithm. As you're coming in, give us a thumbs up. Everybody that is subscribing, when I'm live, make sure you are giving us a thumbs up. We really do need that support. Let's push. And I'm so grateful that quite a few people have been subscribing to the platform. We need to grow yet still, because we are going to self-fund the printing of this document for close to 30 million Yoruba people, because we know that there's quite a lot of people who do not speak the English language in our villages, and we need them to have the information in the local language, which is why we printed it out. And it says Ashe Ati Agbara nínú ìwé òfin Nigeria ní èdè Yoruba, which means that the Constitution of Nigeria, written and translated into Yoruba language, for aiding the participation of the people in their governance, something like that. If you know, so your support is very much needed. I'm trying to get this out to each community in the village, in the hinterlands, where the farmers don't speak a word of English, but if they have the constitution in their local language, they will be able to participate in their governance. Not being able to speak English has been a barrier to participation of governance. We need to even the odds in favor of majority of the population. We're talking about over 60. There's some estimates that the Yoruba people are between 60 to 80 million people in the southwestern part of Nigeria. And many of them are having to, for them to be able to learn and know anything, they have to learn it in English. But having it in their local language, it is their right. The land is their right. They need to have that information about how to participate in the governance in their local language. Ede Abinibi. So let's carry on with what we're saying. So now, Cecil Rhodes, like I stated, Cecil Rhodes' view, Black people needed to be driven off their land. Are you listening? You can see the picture there. Cecil Rhodes' view was that Black people needed to be driven off their land. Keep in mind, Cecil Rhodes was born in Bishop Stortford in United Kingdom. Okay? This is where he's born. I will be doing a program there. I'm going to actually go there one day and I will do a program. Or even if I'm not allowed to do a program, I'll take pictures. I'll do videos and we can talk about it overall. Either way, this will come on the platform. I'm actually going to make it a thing that I'm actually going to do, because it is very important for us to now know. And it's not only for South Africans. It's for all Africans to understand. This is a man that had sway that was put into to control two countries created under the British colonialism, that is still ongoing in Africa today. So his view was that Black people needed to be driven off their lands. So when you are wondering why you don't own land now in 2026, it was the actions of Cecil Rhodes in driving your ancestors off your land. It is important that we break this down in a very clear and understandable manner, and connecting the actions of Cecil Rhodes when they were under in 1897, sorry, when they took over African land and they carved it up among themselves because of the gold that they saw there. And that gold and whatever they found there belongs to Black Africans. We have to begin to use the right words, because when they're telling you, oh, no, we are all the same. No, we're not. because whatever they're doing, we are one nation now. No, the land, they are keeping hold of what it does not belong to them. 72% of the farmland in South Africa is still in the hands of the colonizers, and that remains a fact. And we're trying to break down why that is the case. Now, going forward. So he said, again, I'll read that to you. Cecil Rhodes' view. Black people needed to be driven off their land to stimulate them to labor and change their habits. So that is why now you can see in the picture, those of you on YouTube, you may not be able to see it. You won't be able to see the picture, but you can see it. If you go onto the main picture, you will see black people who are being laborers in their own land. So the action of Cecil Rhodes was to drive many black South African ancestors off their land. Stealing, that is called stealing. Stealing. That is called stealing somebody else's property and giving it to somebody of your own to keep hold of it. They stole, S-T-O-L-E. They stole the land from the black people of South Africa. We need to get the terminology right. Okay, so now, and that goes in, it must be brought. So before I go ahead, so when you see in the picture, those of you in TikTok, when you are looking at the picture, majority of the black people are employed in manual labor. Now, let us look at this. South Africa 2026, roughly 82.8% of all unskilled. Sorry about this. My camera was doing something funny there. Sorry, I don't know what happened there, but I've got it back. So roughly, I'm just gonna. I don't know what happened there. It just simply started skidding off. So I'm like, what's going on? So, as of South Africa 2026, roughly 82.8% of all unskilled and manual laborers in the private sector. What's going on? Sorry about this. I don't know what's going on within my stand now. It seems to have just developed some fault of some kind, and I'm trying to arrest it. So just bear with me. We will sort it. Okay, we will get that sorted. I'm hoping it stops now. I don't know what happened there. It just seemed to have lost the grip. So, yeah. So, like I was saying, keep in mind, those of you joining us, if you're watching us on TikTok, go right ahead to my YouTube and subscribe and give us the thumbs up. Help us reach more people. You're listening to Citizen NY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Now, so like I said, South Africa 2026, roughly 82.8% of all unskilled and manual laborers in the private sector are Black African. And that goes back to what they did in 1876 under Cecil Rhodes. Cecil Rhodes said Black people needed to be driven off their land, meaning that they wanted the people to stay on their land, but they were going to be laborers, slaves on their own land. Very much like what Pope Nicholas V said. They said they would take the land of the people of the hold the sea as heathen and ungodly or whatever. And it's the same principle. It's the same. This is by the Pope. This is by the Pope the Fifth, Nicholas. He gave a decree that the Portuguese and the Spanish used to go into Africa and take over and colonize. And it's the same doctrine that this Cecil Rhodes used, because he now said, he said Black people needed to be driven off their land. So when you are seeing 50, 60, 72% of Black people in South Africa not having land, it is a direct policy of the colonial structure that Cecil Rhodes represented. And indeed, the British, I will show you a picture. Let me go and get the picture out. It is now like a museum. The Bishop Stortford Place is a museum honoring, in their opinion, the displacement of millions of Africans from their land for white settlers. In their view, a great job. So there is a museum for Cecil Rhodes, honoring him. for going to another continent, taking over their land, and giving it to fellow whitey people. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Isn't that dandy? That's real nice, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So let's carry on. So the next thing, please tap and share. I know that my broadcast is being heavily sanctioned. They are really doing everything to make it difficult, but please go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. Okay, so now let me quickly show you. I want to show you this thing because I know I may be a bit what's the word? So I want to find that Cecil Rhodes thing for you so that you can see. Not this. I don't want the Britannia one. Give me 1 sec. I'm just going to check something for you quickly here. Okay, not that one. Not that one. Okay, we're going to get this one out quickly. I just want to just do this. So, okay, let me just go Cecil Rhodes. Because I want you to see the Bishop Stortford so that you are, every time you're seeing it, you need to be connecting Cecil Rhodes to Bishop Stortford and not Africa. You need to be connecting Cecil Rhodes in the name, the person, to the United Kingdom and not South Africa. South Africa belongs to Black South Africans. That's why I'm saying black Africans, you need to take back your land. It's not a fight. It's just saying the facts of the matter. If you don't know the history, then you will be making assumptions that you don't fully understand. But now we know. So let me see. I want to see where he was born. Okay, so we're going to get that up. Bishop, there we go. He was born, Cecil John Rhodes was born 5th of July, 1853 in Bishop Stortford, Hertfordshire, United Kingdom. So England. So I'm going to do a broadcast. I'm going to go there and do a broadcast. You'll be looking out for that. I'll post it on my YouTube channel and I will do a deep dive on that to help South Africans to actually know this history. Now, so we're going to go to Bishop Stortford. There you go. You see, that is Bishop Stortford in United Kingdom. Okay, so that is where he was born. Let me just go and look at if I can find the picture of the house that he was in. There you go. Let's find. We need to find the house. I want to find the house. Let's see. The house is not that one. So it is important that you understand Bishop Stortford, driving through Bishop Stortford in 1805. You see, so this is important to understand. We're trying to make sure that we connect this man and those descendants to that part of the world. And there you go. No, that's the monastery. Sorry, I'll find it for you. I'm just gonna try and find it. Give me 1 sec. I'm just doing a deep dive here. Give me 1 sec. Why is this going that way? Shouldn't that be the other way? Give me 1 sec. Okay, I got it, I think. Okay, I got you. Okay, we're gonna put this here. Then I'll bring Julius Malema in shortly, and you will hear him talk about that. But I wanted to talk about this from this point of view because it's important we understand what is being done. Don't forget, as you're watching, those of you on YouTube, as you're watching me, everybody coming in, make sure you're giving us a thumbs up to help the algorithm. We need to grow the platform. We're about 6,000 something. We need to get to 10, 15,000 and really grow the platform because we have this work. We're going to self-finance ourselves in printing this book across to about 30 million people in Yoruba land, so they know their rights in the local language, in the farms and the villages. That's what we want to do. So you subscribing would really go a long way in helping us to actually achieve that. So please go ahead and subscribe to us on YouTube right now. Thank you very much for that. Okay, so let me quickly do this work again. I want to just check. I want to find that property for you. I don't want to the where he was born. Let me see. I want to find his house because I need you to see that and so that you can connect him to that part of the world, you know. So let me just make sure I get that right. Accurate in Roman times. Okay, we're not interested in that. We're just interested in Cecil Rhodes, not the Bishop Stortford. No, exactly. That's what I knew that was going to be coming. Now, there you go. Okay. Bishop Stortford, Hertfordshire. Okay, I'm trying to find a place for you that he was born. Let's see if it will let me do it. Yep, there you go. So we're gonna find, I want to find Netwell. It's called Netwell's house. Vicar, born in Netwell's house, Bishop Stortford. Okay, I'm gonna try and find I've got it here, but I want to just make sure I can give you that information. There was a picture of his old house, of the house, but I'm trying to make sure I can give it to you so that you know. So we know it's Bishop Stortford. That's the road. We need to know Netwell House. So I presume at 18 Diamond Trade in Kimberley. So that is Diamond Trade in 1871. So now, so this is Netwell House. I think they've redone it. I think it might have been sold or something. But we need to find the museum. We need to find, there is a museum, and I think the house has been made into a museum. But I'll find that information. It used to be there before, but they've changed something now. I don't know what they've changed. I just wanted to have that information because I think it's important. So anyway, for South Africans, you need to understand and know that this man is from United Kingdom. He's from United Kingdom, and he's from Bishop Stortford. Now let's see if I can find the home for you. I will find it. There is a picture which I've had before, and it showed the old picture, and I think I have it on one of my broadcasts, I think. But I'm going to find it for you because I like to find this information. Now it is important that we know these things. So let me just do this. Home where Cecil Rhodes was born. The home where Cecil Rhodes was born. So just give me a minute, please. Cecil Rhodes was born. Yeah, let's see. There you go. Got it. I knew it. Netwell House. So I needed to bring that up. There you go. So that's the house he was born. Netwell House, Bishop Stortford, Rhodes' birthplace. Trust to be whatever. So that is the house there. So I am actually going to go there, and I wanted you to have this information for every South African and every African to know this information. Please, as you're watching, tap on the screen, share, help us grow the platform. My broadcast is being nailed down hard by the Diamond. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening to you. Femi. Okay. Yeah. Good evening to you. So let us continue. So now, just want to make sure one more thing I wanted to touch on. So it is important to understand that what he did in this here, all of that is to give you the background. I've done all of that to be able to give you the background to why Black South Africans don't own their land. Why Black South Africans are laborers on the African continent in their own land today. Because of the actions of Cecil Rhodes and indeed the British colonials. The British, don't forget the Dutch, the British, and a few others, maybe even the Germans, they were, tossing it over that land. And then there was a fight between the British and the Dutch. And then, of course, the British won in the end, taking over, replacing them. And of course, the fight was over the mineral resources, namely the diamond and the gold and all of that, So in that process, Cecil Rhodes now told the people to whom the land belonged that no, you are no longer on your land. So many South Africans, 72% Black South Africans, are being negatively impacted from their ancestors till present day by the actions of the man that you see on the screen, Cecil Rhodes. It is very important to pinpoint that. And again, to say you've seen where he is born. He was born in Bishop Stortford in England, not in South Africa. He had nothing. There was no connection. There's no ancestral connection whatsoever with South Africa or with Zululand. That was an imposition. So anybody, any colonial person that says, "Oh, this is my grandfather. I have my ancestors were born here," it's a big L-I-E, big lie. Their roots can be traced back to Europe. Every single one of them. Every single one of them. Bar none. Every single one of them. Okay, now let's carry on. So now we now know why there are many Black South African families, millions, who are effectively laborers, manual laborers in their own land. It was an engineered thing. It is important that that is highlighted and repeated so that we understand the process. Now, because many South Africans don't fully understand the connection. In their view, they've always never had anything. But why? The question is, you need to ask, why don't we have anything and what happened? So by doing this program, we're trying to break down exactly what happened that has got you from where you are. You had the land, you had the wealth, and where you had nothing, where you've now got nothing. So the connection between the two will now make you. The reason why we are saying and doing this is because we want you to understand that the emphasis that many are putting on the South Africa, on the immigrants, is very much misplaced, because the immigrants do not hold 72% of your land. 72% of your land is held by, the farmland is held by the colonials. Even though they say that they are South Africans, they are South African colonials, which means that they are still keeping hold of your land. They took 90% of the land in 1897, and they have not given, they've only given barely 10 or 11% back. Till date, 72% of the farmland still remains in the hands of the colonizers. It is a point that many South Africans must be made to know and understand how and why it happened. Now it says here, it must be brought to them, Rhodes said, that in future, 9/10 of them will have to spend their lives in manual labor. Again, this is to explain so that you understand, as South Africans, you understand why you are in the, I know what happened in, I have an idea what happened in Zimbabwe, the same thing. Mugabe, I don't want to touch too much. I'll come and do Zimbabwe separately. Zimbabwe, when Zimbabwe became independent, Mugabe was their first president. The agreement that was reached between Margaret Thatcher, Reagan, and Mugabe at Lancaster House in London was that some of the white farmers would keep the land that they have, and UK would pay £750 million to the Zimbabwean government. US would pay $1 billion to the Zimbabwe government. When the agreement was begun, I will talk about it. I'm going to talk about that. Believe me, Hobby, I'm going to talk about it, but I'm just doing this as a thing first. We are going to come and talk about that as well. Promise you, we will. So I'm just doing this for South Africans. Now, so after that was done, UK and US reneged on the deal. They refused to pay the money. That was when Mugabe started taking the land from the whitey farmers. But many people didn't know this. George Young, the UN secretary at the time, confirmed this, because the UK and US did not stick to the agreement. They always break agreements. Let me say it again. They always break agreements. Any treaty that you signed, they find a way to break it. It is in their nature. It is in their nature. You see, I've been suspended again from gifting. That's fine. Go ahead. I'm not bothered. But please, those of you watching us on YouTube, TikTok, go and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. We must be Well, listen, all I'm just saying is that just know the history. So we're going on again. I'm going to move on now. Now, the next thing is this. You can see it says here, it must be brought to the attention that 9/10 of them. So 9/10, that means 82% of the population is in manual labor, as designed by Cecil Rhodes. So when the poverty in South Africa, the poverty among the Black people in South Africa, Black South Africans, has been engineered by those who still own 72.8% of your land, the farmland. You have to deal with that, is what we're saying. Okay? And then it talks about, I'm going to just break this up, make this up. How you read it. So I want to show you. Agriculture, forestry, percentage of workers who are Black African. Agriculture and forestry, 95.4%. Forestry and fishing. Manufacturing, 89.7%. Wholesale retail, 88.7%. Accommodation and food services, 92.1%. Admin and support services, 91.2%. Construction, 93.6%. Private sector householding, domestic work, 97.2%. Overall economy actors, all sectors, 85%. More than 30 years after apartheid, the majority of unskilled and manual labor remains concentrated among Black Africans in South Africa. From land possession to land dependency, the legacy continues. So I need you to understand that as South Africans, that the issue here is not, it is not your fellow Africans. It is the land issue. The land issue, those who colonized you are still holding on to your land. They are the source of the poverty that you are in. They have stripped your ancestors of your land and they are refusing to giving it back to you. And your job is to focus your effort on getting back your land. I hope that's clear. Now, let me just back that up with what this guy, Julius Malema, said here. Let's back that up.
With it, I want you to deal with immigration quickly.
Okay.
Right? The last time we had a conversation, I think it was 2 interviews ago, right? I think we did this at Alex FM. I asked whether or not, with all the correctness you may believe you have on how you are dealing with the immigration issue, is there a way in which you have rethought how you're going to repackage this thing as a communication message to the people about what your actual stance is on issue of immigration? Quick answer on that, and then we can engage.
There's no repackaging of anything. Repackage what? For you want me to repackage the truth? You are asking me to lie. That's an EFF position is properly captured.
Listen.
Like one of the speakers here said today.
Yeah.
Everybody now says what the EFF has been saying.
Yeah.
I'm not going to follow that riffraff of KZN. A tribalist riffraff that has got no idea.
Who's the tribalist riffraff?
That those people who are marching every day.
Oh, march and march.
Yeah, listen.
Because of that, I must change my position because of fools, illiterates that make no reference to any law, immigration law, nothing. When you ask them, what do you need in law to be changed to accommodate what you are saying?
Yeah.
They drink Intelis. And then Intelis must change me. That someone is smoking Intelis, and then I must change my view.
Yeah.
Those traditional herbs they take when they march, when you ask them questions, and then that must make me change. I can't change this. Yeah. There is no persuasive argument presented to make me change, except foolishness. And I'm not part of foolishness.
I see some countries have said their citizens must be cautious. I think it's Kenya, 1 or 2 others, even Lesotho.
Yeah.
Saying that there's a lot of xenophobic and so. How do you deal with it? This whole issue, especially that is riling up other countries, our friends in the continent.
We are not xenophobic. There is a group of fools sponsored by government to create an impression that was xenophobic, but the real issue is black on black violence to divert attention from real issues. The same strategy was used in the early 90s when we were supposed to concentrate on what was about to happen, bringing democracy. which was an immediate task at the time. They sponsored black-on-black violence, and interestingly, they did it in KZN and Gauteng. And that's where these xenophobic things are happening. They're happening in KZN and Gauteng. Black-on-black violence. It's not xenophobia.
We'll pick it up on that quickly. Ceiling. Well, going towards the 2024 elections, someone said you've reached your ceiling.
Well, you know, it's not scientific.
Okay.
Because he must go and look at Ipsos.
So I just wanted to play that bit for you so that we understand exactly what is driving immigration. So there's two things. There are those who are in control of the government, instructing the government to distract from the real issue, which is the land issue. The land issue. And interestingly, one of the first things that they told Mandela was that he had to give up the claim to the land before he was released. So we need to be, Black South Africans need to be aware of that. He was used. Mandela was used at the end. He was used. And I can't blame him. He's been in prison for a long time. We cannot blame him for, he's a human being. But I'm saying it is important to understand that that land issue that was a problem at the beginning of the so-called independence of South Africa remains the same problem, the land problem. And the people whose land were taken have never been compensated. And that is why we're saying what we're saying here. So let me just play one more thing, then we'll move on to another topic about Nigeria, and we'll talk about that. But I just wanted to it's important to bring that to our attention. Let me just see. Give me one sec. Okay, where is it? Not that one. Here we go. Okay. So this one, I want you to watch this. You're going to watch this now. So the problem now is that in South Africa, even South Africans have been targeted because the system, this thing is actually causing a major problem. Watch this. Watch.
Which I showed them.
Watch down.
Since I'm lucky, the 6th of May 2026, the way I was stopped by 12 men, they wanted to check if I'm a South African or a foreigner. They asked for my ID, which I showed them, my ID. They said, no, it's fine. I can proceed. Whilst I was still driving, one man called me Igwara and asked the police to stop the car. Of which the police, SAPS, stopped my car. The police instructed me to reverse. I reversed. And then when I was still reversing, these people who were sitting down there stood up and told me that I'm selling drugs and I'm carrying drugs, I'm delivering drugs.
You see?
So they said, I'm stopped, so the police should search my car. The police searched the car and they found nothing. And then those people started hitting the car. So as you can see, they broke the back window and the road officer as well is parents.
So that guy is a South African. And this is why I'm saying that this is an engineered process. And many people, you've heard Malema say it, many people, I wouldn't say the word illiterate because it's not, we are all literate. What has been happening to us, because they put this colonial language in our mind, they made us think that because we don't speak, the fact that you don't speak English does not make you illiterate. It means you don't understand English. But you can speak your language and make a lot of sense to other people. You are not illiterate. No, it is a negative word. We need to very, very much be aware of what we say. So that is one thing I would say to anybody when it comes to, so you are illiterate. No. The reason why people are so-called have not been able to understand is because there's been the actions that's been taken to steal the land has been done in a foreign language. They've used that language to trick the people and accept, oh, they have no power in their land. If they were talking to people, a Zulu person was saying to another Zulu man, no, this land is no longer yours, I take it from you, they would stand up. But when they say, oh, they put it in the paper by the colonials, this and that, they've taken it over, oh, we give up. But if it's in Zulu language, they wouldn't accept this. And that is why we're saying you need to have your local language. So, but anyway, let me just listen a bit more to this guy.
The community, or from the community where I'm currently employed, I worried now because I spend 7 hours with their kids. So now they don't trust me anymore.
So as a South African now, he's now afraid in his own country because people, his fellow South Africans, don't see him as a South African. And even though he speaks their language, you see the dangers of trying to, when you are turning on the when you're misplacing, directing your anger in the wrong area. This is where the anger needs to be directed. And I have to say, this is where it has to be directed. Those who came for your land, and they still own 72% of your farmland. If you don't solve that, you can send all the immigrants you want home. You are still going to be only on barely 18% of your own land, and you are still going to be majority working as million laborers on your own land. You need to focus on making sure that the land of your ancestors are returned to you, the descendants, Black South Africans. That is what you must do. Message to all South Africans. Respectfully, of course, we don't mean any, we're trying to organize this because when you are unaliving people, you're calling them names, you're not dealing with the real issue. This man here decided, the British colonials decided your future with this man at the helm of affairs, deciding that your ancestors and yourself will be laborers on your own land. That's the plain fact of the matter. That's the heart of the matter. And I wanted to bring this up because we have to speak about what really went on. And a lot of people don't understand that. And we are trying to provide this opportunity to let South Africans understand exactly. This is a serious destruction of an entire society by a plan, by those who are still telling you, oh, we are equally South Africans, and they're still holding on to your land. If you don't get that land back, poverty will continue in South Africa. Poverty will continue in South Africa because you have to deal with the land issue. You have to face it collectively and explain it to your community why you need to stand for the land, because they took the land from your community. They took it. It was stolen. Those who own, the 72% who own your land are on stolen land that belongs to you. That land will make sure that you never go hungry. Land is valuable. They've made you a laborer on your own land. You need to understand that. So let me just close up now. So let's just
felt very to live as a foreigner in the whole country. I felt very bad. Even when you tell people that my name is Mngadi, and you know Mngadi, so there is no Nigerian whose name is Mngadi. So I was disappointed in the way they handled the matter. So after that, I went to the police station to open a case. So I wait for my lawyers to give me more instructions in terms of what will happen.
So there you have it. Let me just check 1 second, please. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. So you can see now that man, sorry, I just spilled something, so I'm having to wipe it up quickly. So that man is a South African. And that is why we're saying you have to be very careful what you do in terms of following what you've been. This is an engineered distraction. It's an engineered distraction. So South Africans, please be aware. Let me just have a drink quickly. Please be aware that the game has been played against you. They want you to fight. They want us to have this xenophobia to happen because they want to distract us from the real issue, the land. The land is the problem. They want to keep hold of that land at all costs whilst we fight ourselves. Please, South Africans, when you say there are barely 2 million immigrants in South Africa, barely. Or according to estimates, barely. They might, okay, they say 5 million. But even when you send away the 5 million, there are 18% of the population that are they are sitting on 72% of your farmland that you need. You will have to confront that issue. It's a smoke screen. So, with that said, I will park that for now. Thank you so much for listening. Those of you watching, please continue to share the broadcast. I'm going to now shift my focus to Nigeria. But South Africans, I hope you've learned something, and I hope you can share this. We are brothers, and like Julius Malema is saying the fact, listen to Julius Malema. Listen to Julius Malema. It is very important that we do that. Listen to Julius Malema. He's saying the absolute truth. Give me 1 sec, guys. Okay, hang on. I think I got something here. Good. So
the seats of rain.
So we are going to. I'm just going to just park that for a minute. I'll come and do this after. I hope it doesn't kill it. Okay, so what am I doing now? We're going to shift gear to a man was on a live recently. In fact, just yesterday, and there are many people. There are abductions all over by these terror groups. So we need to come back, and I will talk about that next. Let me have a break now, and I will come back in about an hour or so. What's the time now? I will come back in about an hour or so, and then do this program. But please, as you're coming, before you leave, make sure. Please go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Hit the notification button, give us thumbs up, help us reach more people. We do need your support. It's very, very important. I need your support because I want to print this out to about 30 million people, minimum 30 million people in southwestern Nigeria, for them to know their rights in their local language. Remember the language issue? The language, because they wrote the contracts and the constitution in local languages. Many of our people in the community won't understand. They are being lied to. So we need everything in our local language, and that's what I'll be talking about. And we will talk about the issue of people who have been unalived across many parts of Nigeria by terror people. And we know this is, again, I need you to understand, this is another engineered system by the colonial structure. The colonials have a hand in everything that is happening in Africa. And when I explain it, you will understand the connection between what is happening in South Africa, where they're causing division, to make sure that the people don't come together and face the real issue. And the same thing in Nigeria, they're making sure that the people are not able to come together to confront those who are perpetuating this terror people, who are funding them, because they're trying to, and that's why they talk about religion. They say Islam, Christianity, it's a smoke screen. We need to deal with that issue. So I will come and talk about the Nigerian issue around this terror people in a much more clear manner, and I'll be showing examples. So it is so important that we talk about this. But I hope many South Africans, you will take something away from what you've learned here. Do leave a comment and let's hear from you. You're of course listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth power. Please subscribe to my platform on YouTube. TikTok, I've been playing a game, but I will go and come back, and hopefully, somebody said I don't trust South Africa. I mean, it's important to understand that, again, I will say it, in all parts of Africa, in Congo, the colonials are involved in what is happening there. They started talking about Ebola. Let me tell you, there's another thing I will tell you about this Ebola issue. They said it came from monkeys and everything else. But there was a lab. Everything that happens always has a connection to the lab, their lab. And the lab is never on the African continent. I need you to understand that. Their lab is never on the African continent. It's always in their home country. And then from that lab, suddenly this thing comes. And then they will say it came from the bat and everything else. So many things. So we must question everything. Again, Sudan, everything that is happening, it is all colonial. It is all engineered from outside of Africa. We are peace-loving people, but they come and deliberately cause division, because it is in that division that they are now able to exploit our resources. It's all about our resources. And it is time they will cause many different things that will make it look different. Oh, that one is different from that. No. If you look at it, the one connection is that they are all connected to the colonials. The colonials, in one way or the other, are involved in ensuring that Africa is not peaceful. Africa is impoverished, so they can take our resources. And that is what we need to take away from this discussion. I hope that makes sense to you. I'll be back later on, and I'll talk some more. Thank you so much for listening. I know TikTok have just been making this a really difficult broadcast, but it doesn't matter. I hope those of you who listened have actually taken something away from this. Let us make sure we continue to speak truth to power. We need to question everything. One thing I would ask you as an African, question everything in front of you. Do not trust anything. Question religion, question education, question history, question finances, question sciences. Question everything. It is your duty to question it, because a lot of what we've been told about who we are is falsehood. And one thing, Mr. Poppy, yes, exactly. And one thing I want you to understand is that many of the things that they said about the discoveries and things, when you go and look at it properly, it is actually, we gave the world civilization, Black people. We were the first people of this planet. We are everywhere. And I mean, there is no part of this world that the first where the first people on the planet weren't Black. There is no, they know this, but they won't tell you. There is no place on this planet that there hasn't been a Black person that was there first. So let us know. We need to, so we have to take this information and understand it, and we need to teach our coming generation. Now, if you teach this to children as they're growing up, can you imagine what that has done to their mind? You are freeing their mind to look at the world in a whole new perspective. But when they bring religion, they are reducing you. When they're giving you Islam, Christianity, they are reducing your mentality. They're trying to get into your mind to control you. So this is what we are going to talk about in the over time. But the next one I'll be talking about, I'm going to be focusing on Faroti Kayode. I will be talking about Yoruba Nation, Yoruba land, and the ongoing unaliving of our people. I'll come back and talk about that. But thank you so much for joining me now. TikTok have just been really messing things up, but I have a break. I'll come back and we'll start off with that again. You've been listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Don't forget, as you're watching me, why don't you go to my YouTube channel, subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube, and let us grow that platform. TikTok I'm playing about, that's fine. Go to my YouTube channel, Citizen AY, hashtag Citizen AY, CITIZENAY. Subscribe, hit the notification button, give us thumbs up, help us reach more people. Thank you for those of you who are on watching me right now on YouTube. I'm really grateful. And likewise, those of you who have been watching thus far on TikTok. I truly value your friendship and your supporting and working with me. It is a real pleasure having you join us. What I will do is I'll be back later on, and we will talk some more, and I will give you further updates on other things. And I will be doing more broadcasts. So I'm really grateful for now. I'll have a break. I'll be back later on. Thank you, and bye for now. Bye, guys. Thank you. Bye, all. Okay. So thank you to you on on YouTube. Thank you so very much. Let me just read some few words and comments. Chikakati, thank you very much for following, and I love that. Thank you so much. Tokyo have and able to, yes, the message held. Many others. I'll read those comments later on. For now, I'm going to have a break. I'll be back later on. Thank you so much for joining. We will talk about the Nigerian issue, the current killings by terrorists and all that in Nigeria has to be discussed, and I'll be doing that at a separate program later on this evening. Join me then. You're listening to Citizen AY. Don't forget, as you're coming in, as if you're going to watch later on, everybody, please, I encourage you, give us a thumbs up. You are, of course, listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Help us grow the platform by subscribing, hit notification button, give us thumbs up, and help us reach more people. For now, thank you, and bye for now.